lovelies. How are you? Welcome to A Level of Untrue Crime. Welcome back if you're returning. All right, you guys, Nolan Wells' case, there's one guy that says he's a close friend, best friend, all this, named Tracestin. And the family, the mother and father of Nolan are like, we don't know that boy. Everything Tracestin says seems so suspicious to me. So I got to thinking, I just want to do a reading to see if Tracestin allegedly, because that's all it is, allegedly, maybe, knows more about what happened to Nolan than he's letting on. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a psychic. I don't play one on TV. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. I don't do spirit boxes. Jesus is my savior. I talk to God. That's the only spirit that I'm allowing to communicate with me. So that being said, I hope you'll join me in this reading. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to start off with the little truth oracle. Now, after this, you guys, after I do this second live right here that we're doing now, we'll do another live where I want you to be able to ask your question and give you the voice. So you'll be able to jump on and ask your questions. Now, the first half of it today will be for the members, and then the second half, if you are a subscriber, which is totally free, you'll be able to jump on and ask a couple questions. I'll pull the cards and see what you get for an answer. Now, remember, the tarot is not factual. It's a read of energy. It is a suggestion of the events that took place, and it's an excellent view of the past. But do your own research and form your own opinion. So today, my intent on this read is to read Tracestin's energy to see if he knows more of what happened to Nolan Wells. So let's see what comes out. So we have commitment, oath, agreement, pledge, and a promise, and forgotten person. It does say that he has known Nolan. So even though the parent is saying, we don't know that boy, this is showing me that Tracestin does know Nolan, old friend. Maybe they weren't best friends. Maybe they only saw each other when they went out. Maybe they weren't core friends. So maybe the parents just don't remember the kid. He probably wasn't that close an acquaintance. But what's interesting is Nolan is showing me that there's some sort of a commitment here, an oath, an agreement, a pledge, or a promise. So what is it that Tracestin, I said Nolan is showing me, but it's not Nolan. It's really just through Jesus, right? I'm getting this feeling that there was, okay, mirror, reflection, reference, distinguish, and appearance. That it's about a girl. That's what I'm picking up. That it's about a girl. Rest, pause, journey, new beginning, and silence. That's what the commitment. I was wondering if there's a pack of silence amongst them in some way. It says keep silent, coercion, and hint. And with this oath, this commitment, this agreement, that's what I feel that Tracestin has, is that oath. There's some sort of a pact, a promise, a pledge, something about being quiet, not sharing something about this girl. And we do have a girl, allegedly, the guys are saying she's the last person that they saw Nolan heading off to be with. She's saying, no, Nolan left with the boys. Let's get into this a little deeper. Now, I have my own deck of astrology, and in this, I can understand the energies a lot better here. Is Tracestin, let me see the relationship of Tracestin with Nolan, all alleged. Let me see this energy between Nolan and Tracestin. Okay. Holy crap, right? So we have South. We have Saturn, Capricorn, the 10th house. It's the masculine energy. It's it's like the harvest. It's can be about Saturn is about restriction and contracts, attachments, life lessons, karma, judgment. This is karma in a sense. Aquarius energy about the 10th house, your life path. So it's definitely about the life path. Then we have Taurus, the second house. This is all about the material world. This is Venus, which is the ruler of love, the earth. So this is telling me that there is a karmic love that has somehow come together. When karmic love comes together, let me come to top side and talk about this. So when two karmics come together, some people called it twin flames and thought that was a good thing. I never thought twin flame was a good thing. Your twin flame is not the other half of you. It's the reflection of a younger, less mature version of yourself. And in that, they'll push every button. And so it gets very, very convoluted, a lot of possession, this is mine, stuff. And it's like that Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito, the Tepe murder, right? That husband that took the life of the Tepes was karmic. They hold on like nothing else. That it's really bad. So what's really interesting is every time karmics come together, and they're like there to teach each other a soul lesson. It seems like there's a clock ticking somewhere, and you only have a certain amount of time to come to your senses and get out of there before something goes wrong. Now, allegedly, Katie had just met him, and he had just met Katie that day on the 4th. But who knows? Because there looks to be pictures of her and him at prom. Maybe it's not Katie, maybe it's someone else. But this is telling me that this is about a girl and this is a karmic lesson. We also have natural world, fertility, fostering, adopting, reproduction, parenting, nurturing. This is the commingling of something that is being fostered, nurtured, and it's the beginning of something. There's also restriction. Saturn is also a restriction and often on the masculine part. So it's a repetitive pattern. Very interesting reading today. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to put these aside for a minute. Just put them over here. We're going to go ahead and get into the actual tarot here. See what it tells me. How's everybody? Hey, Gail. Aw, thank you. You can see I look nice in purple. Thank you. Dream Justice said, Mama D, be looking good in purple. Thank you. Well, Cinderella, thank you for joining us for the reading. And yes, be careful while you drive. All right, you guys, let's do this. Commitment. Why commitment? The devil. Obsession. Attachment. Pledging secrecy. There's something very toxic, no doubt, toxic about this whole situation when it comes to Tracestin. Either knows about toxic or even this pledge, this promise is something very, this is Saturn, this is the devil, this is the same card in astrology. It's, it's life lessons, karma, judgment, things that are toxic, everything I told you about these two karmics being chained to each other. And if you don't wake up and get out of the relationship soon enough, it doesn't bode well. Okay. So commitment could be maybe this female and Nolan were, okay, this could be over a different female than Katie, for all we know. Tracestin said it was a stranger that got in his face about his girlfriend. What if it wasn't? What if there was something else going on between the guys of jealousy, right? Let's hear this forgotten person, old friend. Show me this with Tracestin and Nolan energy, please. On the silence card, we have the Empress. It's about a female, feminine energy. There's a hidden secret about this female energy. Forgotten person. There's deception around this. There's definitely deception around Tracestin. Liar, cheater, thiefer, Seven of Swords. So this person has snuck into the other camp while everybody was sleeping. You can see it's dawn. And he has stole all the swords, so when they're attacked, they can't defend themselves. So that's the liar, cheater, thiefer card, right? The thief in the night. Mirror, reflection, distinguish, and appearance. Dead, done, over. Something didn't go right. This is betrayal. So Tracestin is getting this betrayal card about a feminine energy as well, as if he does know more. Swords are all about knowledge too. He's got a lot of swords. Let me understand this. Pause, journey, new beginning, rest. We have this messenger, so he's coming in as the messenger page of Pentacles. Let's ask why. Why is Tracestin the messenger on all these interviews? Is he just like, okay, a plan? So it's part of a plan that Tracestin's following. What kind of a plan is this? And thank you. Definitely communication. 8 of Wands, communication to close down the cycle. So Tracestin's job, if you will, is to shut this down, to shut down any suspicion of Nolan's death being anything but an accident. Is that correct? Am I correct? Is that no? 9 of Cups, yes. So Tracestin's working to shut down any narrative that suggests that Nolan had foul play. Yeah, Chariot. So is Nolan covering something up? Oh. We have a meeting, 3 people. 3 people. This is suggesting that there's actually 3 people that had a meeting, and it's like third person's the third wheel, right? Because this is your true love. This is a meeting, and this is your true love. And this is a meeting of 3 people, almost as if the third wheel is too many. There's definitely jealousy, as we have that betrayal card. Was Tracestin jealous? Tracestin witnessed something. Page of Swords. What did he witness? Them in the water on the boat. Who he left with, maybe? 6 of Swords. This person's traveling in a boat, right? We have rough water. We have calm water. I have somebody mowing lawn, if you're hearing that. They won't, they let their grass grow for a month and then mow when I'm live. Queen of Wands, female. So it's suggesting that Tracestin knows that Nolan may have left with a female Queen of Wands. Is Tracestin covering for this female? King of Cups, deep emotion. Why the Hanged Man? Why the King of Cups with the Hanged Man? There's an illusion. There's an illusion of some kind. All right. We're going to get a little deeper here. Let's pull out our true crime cards. Show me what we need to see for the clue as to what this is about that Tracestin knows that he's not telling everybody. So we have a fire. So maybe nighttime. Or it could be embers of love, and then both. So Tracestin knows something about fire and a boat. What about this fire in the boat? Okay, fire could be, energy too, a burst of energy exploding. So we have debt and family. Why? What debt? Intuition, egotism, and home. Feel like I'm getting too deep to understand this truly today. But we definitely have this ego. Somebody's ego got bruised. Maybe they felt small because they don't have as much money or something. Somebody's ego got bruised. Not sure whose. So I'm going to ask the deck in just a jiff. Let's go ahead and put those back. I want to see whose ego got bruised. They wanted victory. So this was rivals. Was Tracestin? Did Tracestin and Nolan have an altercation between them? There's betrayal between them. So the three that gathered that we were talking about here, 3-3, there's betrayal because I said the third wheel. This is over a female, and this appears that Tracestin's definitely in the know. I'm not saying it's him and his girlfriend, but he is in the know that there was betrayal. Somebody's jealous of a female. Somebody's very jealous. And I told you that with the 3 of Swords. Is Tracestin making bank in any way by covering for this female? Wheel of Fortune. That's the past, and it's also karma. Is Tracestin directly connected to Nolan's demise? Allegedly, abandonment. He may have left Nolan. He regrets leaving Nolan. Am I right? Yes. So Tracestin knows more, and he regrets that he abandoned Nolan in some way, or at least he feels like he abandoned Nolan in some way. This is, the homeless, the abandonment, right? The beggar card. This is regret, spilt milk, spilt blood, whatever. And I'm asking, and I'm getting this, son. It's almost as if he knows what really happened, but he's also, even though he regrets it, he has an oath or some kind or a commitment to deflect and just get this forgotten, get the girl forgotten. Maybe he knows the family in some way. that he would cover up for the female? I don't know. Let's try and find out together. Something weird here. The moon. There's so much unknown that we're not seeing that this kid's involved in. Yeah, there's a payout. There's an exchange with a plan. He's definitely holding back about a fight. He knows there was an altercation. He knows there was a fight. Whether it's a word fight or a fist fight, I couldn't tell you, but there's an altercation. This is fighting for your life. This is somebody that wants to win at absolute all cost. And this is suppression, holding back. It's also about greed. It's, holding on too tight. We have this plan, right? Making a plan. And we have the payout. And that's what's being hidden. Who's Tracestin working for? Let's get the cards back in the deck and ask that. That'll be my final question on this read. Allegedly, who is Tracestin working for? Something ignoring, working to ignore something. A King of Wands, somebody that's a coercive kind of person. They're slick. They've got the salamanders on the globe. And we have the Empress, which could be the female that this is all about. And the Chariot, that could be the boat, right? The vehicle. And this is saying he saw this. He saw something. And then it's laying something to rest about the female. Receiving funding in a plan. As if I'm so close to Nolan. He's my best friend. I'm so deep feeling. I'm only doing this in honor of Nolan, but the parents don't know in King Cups. All right. To gain victory for money seed, right? Planting the money tree. All right. I'm going to ask one more question. I know I said that was the last, but I'm going to ask one more. And I'll hand it over to you guys. Is Tracestin getting financial gain from working the Nolan Wells case, allegedly? Greed card. The greed card, holding things back, and then he knows about the lovers. Yeah. Burden right to death. Ace of Wands. Yes. He knows the truth in some way. He knows what he saw last. All right. I'm going to leave it alone. I have 100 more questions, but you guys ask better questions, and I don't want to keep you all day. So I will come up here to top side. All right, you guys. Just double checked, and the GoFundMe has been deleted, allegedly, Sash says. I don't know. I heard he had one for a soccer group or something. Facebook is very telling, like, yes, but that his friends were out searching for him allegedly, but they were certainly not, as they were all at home. And then in the morning having breakfast. All right. Are you ready? Jack's ready. Do you see Jack? Here, Jack, come here. Jack's ready. Are you ready to ask the questions, Jack? I think you better ask the questions. I don't think Jack's going to be very good at asking the questions. Are you good at asking questions? He's like, who, me? All right, get down, man. You're heavy. All right, you guys. let's get over, let you ask the questions. And we're going to start off the first half for the members, and then we will open it up to all of our beautiful family subscribers so that anybody and everybody can ask a question, whether you're a paying member or not, right? Though I do truly appreciate all the support. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to close off here while we have the lawnmower going right by the window. That's how you know we are not AI, because it's just always weird here. Jack is licking my elbow. All right, peace out. Oh, it's Lucky licking my elbow. I saw Jack in the camera and he wasn't licking my elbow. Hi, Lucky. Jack's trying to get up in my lap again. All right, my loves. I will get off here. I will be right back. I can't even click it because of the dog.
I was born.
You silly puppy.
Dirt I shall return when my eyes are closed in the shadows.